Hey there. So this week is National Suicide Awareness Week, and I've been getting this strong feeling that I need to make this video to possibly help somebody or to reach out to somebody that may be able to just relate where I'm coming from. So a lot of my friends and family know that I am a survivor to suicide, and if you've ever experienced any type of super intense depression, feeling lost, unsure, scatterbrained, just confusion, uncertainty, you have massive anxiety, you're so sick to your stomach that you don't even know what to do, you can't even think straight, you just want the pain to end, like you don't even know where the pain is coming from, but you're just overwhelmed with the massive amount of pain that you're feeling in your heart, in your mind, everywhere. Like you just want it to stop. You want the pain to stop. You want to numb it. You want to find anything to release it. And you get to the point where when it starts to consume you, and when all of those negative thoughts and those horrible thoughts pop into your mind of, I can't take this anymore. I can't do it. I can't live like this. I'm not happy. I can't find happiness. It would be much easier to escape this, to just stop the pain, because nothing seems to help it. I know that because I've been there. Most of my friends and family don't know that I have tried quite a few times. When I lost my brother 12 years ago, he was my world, he was my everything. I loved him to death. And I never thought that he would be gone. He was the person that cared about me the most. He called me all the time. I saw him all the time, and he was just my world. And then he was gone, and my instant thoughts were, why? Why did he leave me? Why did he abandon me? Why would he do this? Like, why didn't he talk to me? Why didn't he reach out to me? Like, I know we were 8 years apart, but why did he do this? Like, how could he get to that point, to that level where that was the best solution? And I didn't understand it at first. I was in denial. I was like, he didn't do this. He couldn't have done this. I just didn't know what to think. And I was like, my world's gone. And I was, going through the recovery stage of blame and depression and everything. And I got pushed down from all of my thinking to the point where I made several attempts, and every single time that I made an attempt, it seemed like God somehow sent me a sign and stopped me, like my mom calling for me upstairs, and music, certain songs coming on, and things like that, like just weird things that reminded me of my brother, or that just stopped me, from my family, or whatever the case was. And I think that was just kind of his sign of saying, no, my child, not like this, not right now, not like this. This is not how your story is going to end. And I think every single time he did that for that reason. And it's ironic because I didn't have faith back then. It took me many years after that to find faith. I still went through continuous battles with my depression to try to figure out how I can numb the pain and to mask it. I never fully dealt with it. I just held it in and tried to cover it up and everything. And I, did that in many different ways. And it never really helped me until I got so low in my life once again, and I finally reached out for help. And I wish now that I would have done that a long time ago. But when I first was pushed to a counselor, I didn't feel she related to me. I didn't feel like she understood me. I felt like she was just bombarding me with all these questions that I didn't even understand at the time, because I was still just trying to grasp what had happened. But I really wish that I would have tried again at that time to find somebody that could help me, or that I could have related to, because looking back now, I think it may have just prevented a whole lot of other circumstances from happening. But since I can't change it, you know, everything happens for a reason. And I know that he brought himself into my life for a reason. And it was the book, Who Do You Think You Are by Mark Driscoll, that my counselor had recommended. And that book changed my life. It changed the way that I thought. It changed the way that I looked at my relationship with God and who I was as a person and my purpose here in life. And it made me feel like it wasn't my fault that my brother left me or left us. It wasn't, I'm not weak. I am enough. I am loved. I am appreciated. And I deserve more, because I've never felt that way before. I never felt like I had any meaning. No matter what people said to me, I never fully felt it. You know, they could tell me all of this positivity and give me compliments all day long, but I never fully grasped my head around it and actually accepted that as an actual compliment. I just felt like they were saying it to say it. So that was what had helped me the most. And then now, you know, I have a bigger relationship with God, and I look to grow that every single day. But I want you to know that you are not weak. You are enough. You are appreciated. You are loved beyond belief. And when you get to the point where you feel like you don't have a purpose in this life, or that you're unsure your life's going to mean anything, or that it might just be easier to be gone than have to deal with what you're dealing with right now, stop yourself, because those are just negative thoughts filling your mind, and you need to get away from those. You need to get help, and you need to reach out to somebody and to talk to somebody. Just let it off your chest, because that makes a world of a difference. And don't feel like you are, you know, worthless or a failure or anything for having to ask for help. I know how hard, how big of a pill it is to swallow, to have to ask for help, because I hate asking for help. But when it means your life, it's worth it. You do mean so much to other people. And when I look back now, I think to myself, how could I have ever had those thoughts of leaving the people that I love, you know, of escaping that way, of abandoning them, of hurting them again, and watching, you know, I watched them hurt. I know how it hurts, and it's horrible. So know that you do mean something, even if you feel like you mean nothing at all, because you do. There's people out there that love you. God loves you, and you do have a purpose in this life. And the clouds and the gas that's filling you right now, that's trying to suffocate you, you can get through, because you're strong. Just believe in yourself and seek out people that are positive, that are optimistic, that are there, that can provide you resources. Even if it's a listening ear, a stranger, you know, yell out to God. Even if you're not faithful, just try it. Or don't, you know, as long as you just try to find solutions, you know, you can make it. You definitely can make it. I made it, and I never thought that I would back then. But I'm a completely different person now, and I'm so thankful that I'm here, because I see the meaning of life, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate the people that I have in my life, and I couldn't imagine it in any other way. So I just want you to know that things can change, and they can become even more beautiful than you had ever pictured them to be. You just have to be patient. You have to stay strong and just keep moving on, and you can do this. Thank you for your time, and I hope this helps somebody. Thanks.